What's up, everybody? It's Adam Oliver here from Decentralized Strength and Conditioning. I am a certified strength and conditioning specialist, and this is the first video in my 3-part series on the simplest and most effective way that we can first figure out how many calories we need to eat, and then how we track our macros, and ultimately how we can track our progress over the long term. I have been messing around with food login, calorie calculators, from notebooks to apps to all sorts of different websites. And this is the simplest and most effective process that I have found. In the first video, we're going to go over our recommended daily caloric intake. So how many calories do we actually need to maintain our current body weight? How many calories do we need to lose weight? How many calories do we need to add muscle mass? And then we're also going to look at the ideal body weight. So this will show us if we're actually realistic in our goals and where we currently are, if we're overweight, if we're underweight, or if we're right where we should be. In the second video, we will go over how to set up my favorite food login app, which is MyFitnessPal. The final video will be for members of the Decentralized Strength Fitness app. I will have you first send me the results from the calorie calculator as well as the ideal body weight. You will send them to me in messages, and then from there we can connect MyFitnessPal and whatever food logger you're going to use, and then we can set up your daily nutritional goals so that I can keep you accountable and on track. Let's jump right into figuring out how many calories we need to either lose weight, to maintain weight, or to gain a little bit of muscle mass. Before we move on, if you are a member of the Decentralized Strength Fitness app, take a screenshot of this table before you hit the calculate button and then send it to me in the in-app messages. For the numbers we need to plug in, the first is your age. The older we get, the shorter we'll get and the less muscle mass we will get. So it's important to put your age in. And then the gender is also important. Males typically will have more muscle mass than females and are typically taller and have more bone density as well. And then your height does matter as well, because the taller we are, the more muscle mass and bone density, overall bone density we'll have. So that makes, our body weight higher, and it makes us require more calories as energy. And then be as precise as you can with your average or typical body weight over the course of a week. So over the week, if you're typically 160 pounds average, put that in. If 1 or 2 days you're 165 pounds, don't worry about that. The activity level is very important. I'm going to click daily exercise or intense exercise 3 to 4 times a week. And that consists of 15 to 30 minutes of elevated heart rate activity for just typical exercise. So that is your typical daily warm-up in your daily walking activity. If you're a member of the fitness app, intense exercise is 40 to 120 minutes of elevated heart rate activity. That's working out, that's doing the conditioning workouts. And then also your favorite hobbies: surfing, golfing, pickleball, going for hikes, hunting, whatever that is. And then very intense exercise would be 2 hours plus of elevated heart rate activity. This is solely for individuals who are high competitive athletes, whether you're high school, college athlete, you could be a professional athlete, or you could be your typical adult who is training for, let's say, a marathon or a triathlete. Before we go ahead and take the screenshot and then hit the calculate button, we can add our body fat percentage in. The best way to look at body fat is the eyeball test. If you can see your lower abs, then you are at 10% body fat. If you can see your abs in general, then I would say you're about 15% body fat. And if you can't see your abs, then we are 20% and above in body fat. So I am quite lean. I can see my lower abs, so I'm going to put in 10% body fat. But if you don't know your body fat, or if it just confuses you, we'll just keep it at the 20%. It's really not that big of a deal. The numbers won't change that much. Let's go ahead and take those screenshots of the top part and then of the bottom part if you put the body fat percentage, so that I can see if you're actually being realistic or not. And then send those to me in the in-app messages. Let's go ahead and click calculate. And it is going to pump out some results. Let's also go ahead and click the show info for weight gain. And if you're a member of the fitness app, make sure to take a screenshot of these two graphs and then send them to me in the in-app messages. The maintain weight number is the key number to look at. That will just show us how much calories or how much food we need to eat per day just to not lose any weight, dependent on our current activity level and body fat percentage. And that would be 2,573 calories per day. Currently, I'm not trying to lose any weight, but if we were trying to lose 0.5 pounds a week, that would be 2,323 calories. And for or for just normal weight loss, which is the recommended 1 pound a week, would be 2,073 calories. And I'm sure you're wondering how they come up with 1 pound per week and only 2,073 calories. Well, 1 pound of body weight equals about 3,500 calories. So over the course of a week, if you eat, let's say, 500 calories less than over the course of the week, you'll hit that 3,500 calories. So that's how they equate for the 1 pound of weight loss. And that is the same concept for the weight gain. If I want to gain 1 pound of weight per week, I need to eat at a caloric surplus, as they would say. And it would be the opposite for weight loss. They call it a caloric deficit. But anyways, if I eat a little bit more each day over the course of the week, those calories will add up, and hopefully that adds up to 3,500, which is a pound. And if those calories are really good calories with a great combination of protein, carbs, and healthy fats, then it'll hopefully be good weight gain, not bad weight gain. Let's move on from the calorie calculator to the ideal body weight calculator. For that, we're going to click the 3 bars at the top left, click fitness and health calculators, and then if you scroll down, we'll hit the ideal weight calculator. Let's go ahead and plug in the numbers. We don't need to send me a screenshot because I already have this information from the calorie calculator. We'll hit calculate, and it's going to plug out some numbers. Let's go ahead and actually take a screenshot of this and then send it to me in the in-app messages for anyone on the Decentralized Strength Fitness app. Before we get into the results, I think it's just interesting to note that there isn't a prevailing formula to use to find your ideal body weight. So we have to kind of look at all the different formulas and where we fit in it. For the ideal weight numbers, they're all within about 5 pounds of each other. For me, it's 148.1 pounds to about 153.4 pounds. Now, the interesting thing is here, if I eat the exact maintained weight amount for my calories, which is about 2,600, I will get down to about 155 pounds. And that is with a bigger amount of muscle mass than most people have. So I do think that these ideal weight numbers are quite accurate for most people who don't exercise and don't have that much muscle mass, these numbers will be spot on. If I didn't work out and have more muscle mass, I would be right about 150 pounds, 148 pounds if I actually ate my maintained weight number or was eating at a deficit going for that weight loss. And then it also has the healthy BMI range here, 121.7 to 164.4 pounds. I think that's more of the extremes. If I was at extreme weight loss, then I would be at like 121 pounds. I would be on the deathbed. So if I was 164.4 pounds, then I think I am well on my way to being overweight. So I think those are two extremes. If I'm at the low part, then I need to eat more, and I'm at the high part, then I need to focus on weight loss. All right, everybody, this wraps up part 1, where we went over the importance of figuring out how many calories we need in order to maintain our weight, to lose weight, or to gain weight. And the key part here is to eat at a slight caloric deficit, or not eat as many calories if we want to lose weight. And if we want to gain weight, we need to eat a little extra calories. And over the course of the week, that should add up to about 3,500 calories, which is about a pound of either weight loss or weight gain. And then we looked at the ideal weight calculator, which really shows us a range of healthy weights that we should be at. And if we either need to focus on losing weight or gaining weight, depending on what our ideal weight is. Make sure to send me the screenshots of all the tables and graphs in the in-app messages if you are a member of the fitness app. And in the next video, we will go over how to set up My Fitness Pal, and then we will go over how to set up the Fitness Pal in the Decentralized Strength Fitness app. Like and subscribe for simple, safe, and effective ways to get ripped, fit, and athletic.